Okay, wake up, wake up, wake up. This is another episode of Walking in the Spirit. And what I have for you today, I hope that it's going to be able to bless you, bless some people. Yes, we know some people are not tuned into what's going on spiritually, and they don't want to hear that. So we just hope that this is going to bless some. So let's get prepared to walk on this journey. And this one that I have for you today is called Shield of Faith. Well, all right. And I hope that that's still going to encourage you to stay focused on what the Word has for us today. This one I was watching a movie called The 100, and it's amazing how they are introducing all these different things that are of the world to get us to find it more acceptable. They're leading us into the slaughterhouse with the movies, the music. You know, our children are being manipulated into thinking that the life of destruction is acceptable. So as I was watching this movie, and it's a pretty good movie, I like the movie, and just the character development, just seeing the character development and see how they had morals in the beginning and how it as the seasons grow, you see how they're willing to accept other things in order to stay popular or in the loop to keep making that money. All right. So this is Shield of Faith. I'm sitting here watching this movie, and it reveals something to me that in the movies there's so much corruption, and we know that we live in the world and we deal with worldly things, and we sit down at a moment of relaxation and we find something to watch, and it's called entertainment, entrapment. We're in a moment where we willfully give over to enjoying something that's being produced by these different companies, or just to get through the day out of boredom, or just to find information to grow. Any type of entertainment, if it's documentaries of biographies, whatever it is that we get into the movies or the television, we allow that to be our moment of relaxation, reflection, or just keeping up with what's going on in the world. It's entertainment. It's information. And we're seeking that information from what source? We want to be aware of what's happening in our neighborhood and surrounding us and how bad things are going. We want to be aware of what those things are for the moment that we're in our journey at the moment where we are seeking God or seeking the world. So I'm looking at the movie, and I realize that each actor, they're being paid to perform and for our entertainment. They're getting paid, and they're successful, and they're going through different things in life. They may have a faith in God, but then when money is presented, they're willing to do some things that's not really lined up with God's will for the money, so that they can entertain us. The directors have a vision on what type of movie that they want to pull these people in, and they're willing to pay the money to that person, even though it's against their morals, their codes, their beliefs. They're willing to pay them a sum of money to be part of this film because it's going to make them more money. So the actors and actresses in these movies are being paid and directed to give up their morals or to pay into what they're seeking, flesh or spirit. So we should pray over all things, and this is what I go into this to explain, is that I pray over, when I watch a movie, I'm in prayer. When I read, I'm in prayer. So I know to guard myself against what's being portrayed. I learn to walk in where God is allowing me to be in each moment as a blessing. Each experience is a blessing. Each revelation. Each day, in every encounter that you have in your moment, in the moment I am in right now, is appreciation. I can't focus in on what my flesh is trying to guide me to do. I have to focus in on what my spirit is guiding me to do. And that's how my belief is, that we all should be walking. We all should be focusing in on God's will over our life and trusting in the word and not just speaking the word. I can speak it, I can recite. When I was in 8th grade, we had to learn the preamble, but I can recite it to you now because it had no meaning. It had no substance to me. But the things that hold substance to me, I either work for, and I know those moments and I know those hard times to get me where I am right here, right now. We know those moments. We can talk to our 10-year past and give them advice on what they need to do and what they're doing now. But that's a whole nother teaching. I'm watching this movie, so I see that these characters are being paid. And to see how they teach them or they persuade them to go into homosexuality. They pay you more money to have an encounter with your same sex, even if it's against your morals. And you have to question yourself. This actor has to question himself. Am I willing to do it for this amount of money? It is an art I'm trying to entertain. So I'm going to pour out on the stream who I am. And they accept to do a role with another male or another female, kissing, touching, whatever, wearing a dress. It's just characters. But it affects their life. And you'll start seeing that. Those that make that, it depends on their relationship with God and what their choices are. But the enemy is always trying to throw darts and get you to make a stumble. But that stumble affects everybody that you are connected to. But I see this and I just got the revelation, man. It's just like, that's a blessing to be able to see that they're trying to hold us. The ones that they want to entertain, they're trying to plant seeds of deception, of acceptance. The more you start seeing things, then the regular become more accepting of it. The more they put out there in this entertainment field, the more we're pulled away from our walk with God. It's just for a moment. It's just for a stumble. But the faithful get back up and continue to walk and continue to guard, because we learn to stand in the name, stand in His will. It don't mean go backward, but enjoy each moment, each experience. That's what our focus should be, and that's what my focus is. This is a good movie. Yeah. I guess this would be, I don't know what I'm going to title this one. But this will be about guarding yourself. Always be guarded, always pray in everything that you go through. Guard yourself with the armor of God. Guard yourself with the shield of faith, because people are going to come and test your faith. People are going to come and try to take it away from you. That's what war is. The enemy wants to disarm you. He wants to disarm me. So I have to keep that shield of faith up when the world tries to tempt me. I have to keep the shield of faith up. And the shield of faith is that God is fighting my battles. So I'm just supposed to be standing with my shield up, with all my gear ready to go into battle. But trusting that God is fighting it for me. And each move that the commander makes a way for me to move, then I move. And sometimes we don't understand where God is taking us. Either we're going to focus in on God is taking us to a certain direction. Okay, now I'm going into the shield of faith. But that's what this title would be. Okay, and that's the shield of faith. And again, I hope that I pray that it blesses somebody. And if you enjoy, just leave a response. Let me know if you need some more information on it. And this one was one that came up to me, and it was raw. As I was getting it, I was just recording. Usually I'm writing it out and then I'll go back over it, or sometimes it's just like when I'm driving, I'll get inspired and just continue to record. So you're getting it as it come to me. I hope that it's a blessing to you. Again, this one was called Shield of Faith. So I hope that it blesses you. Stay faithful and continue to grow in your spirit.